average American's like, NFL games been really great, haven't they? Guys at gas station counters will ask you, and you're like, yeah, zombie, I wish you could talk about real issues. Then a guy behind you's like, yeah. Did you see
very
USC?
appropriate, because I think the NFL season just started.
Real concerned. It's real important to them as men, because that's that tribal war area of their mind that should be reserved for political war and defending their position in life. But instead, it's just kind of like little boys. Yeah, did you see the simulated combat on TV? Yeah, I watched it. A bunch of rich gladiators that could care less about me. Did you see it? Yeah, I'm empty too. Yeah, I did. I fill my head with facts and figures that don't matter instead of learning the political system and standing up for myself. Yeah, I wonder why women don't respect me. I wonder why I'm not successful in business. Yeah, we're all in Arrested Development. Isn't it fun? Let's talk about it together. I mean, if they were having a real discussion.
I've been in this scenario so many times.
And you don't want to talk about it. They go, oh, you don't know all this. And they kind of just look at each other and go, all the time I'll be at a restaurant or a grocery store or some event, and some guys will come over, even people who know who I am. They'll go, hey, Alex. Or I'll be at a soccer game with my kids or whatever. And I'm not saying sports are bad in and of themselves if you're involved in it, but not when it's your whole focus. And they'll go, hey, what do you think of the Cowboys? What do you think of this? And they'll throw out some statistics.
The Browns. Oh, my gosh, the Browns.
I'm not really that interested in it. And they'll just kind of smile at each other and go, and then, I'll sit there and listen to grown men in the gym.
Dude, this is Alex in his prime.
They're sportscasters and these elaborate combinations of information and history and what they're predicting and what they're betting on and what they're doing. Or you'll hear even more pathetic discussions of systems to win lotteries. And, hey, have you heard the Mega Millions is 200 million? Hey, are you going to bet on it? It's just George Orwell, 1984, wrote all about that. All they cared about was sports and the lottery. In that fictitious.
This is so true. In the combination of sports and sports betting on the nationwide scale, at least in Ohio, I don't know if every state has it, but Ohio, they made that a thing two years ago maybe. And oh my gosh, man, it just took it to a whole new level. It took sports and just put it on steroids for these people, because now it's real and there's money on the line. These people are like, yeah, I'm betting half my paycheck on this shit. I don't have anything else to spend it on. I don't have kids. I don't have friends. I don't have anything. I don't have hobbies. But I am watching simulated combat on TV, right? And I'm betting my savings on that. It's like, holy, man. It's depressing. And I understand, like, to a degree, like you said, sports in and of themselves aren't wrong. I don't even think watching sports is really that bad. Like, it's a safe form of entertainment for the most part. Like, it's not like there's gore and nudity and crazy, and they're not like, it's not that bad. Like, I of all the forms of entertainment, it's not that bad. But when people, many times you talk to these guys, especially football. I don't know what it is with football, but football is just like the hyper fixation on the stats and the players and then it fills up. It's useless information. It's garbage for your brain. It's literally garbage. When they don't even know what the hell tax bracket they're in. They don't even know who the vice president is. They don't even know their blood type, right? Or whatever. Like, they don't know anything, but it's like I know how many rushing yards, whoever the hell. I know how many he had in 2013. He was great, wasn't he? It's like, dude, get a grip. There's other shit out there.
Look, we're going to Hades in a giant stinking handbasket. Okay? The blood is running out of the country. We're going ashen white.
Ashen
white.
We're
flatlining. And I'm sorry if I can't get all upset and paint myself up like a clown and go to a game and get drunk. I'm sorry I'm not a real man. I'm sorry. Okay? So laugh at me. There's something wrong with me. Okay? I've just predicted everything that was going to unfold and broken down all the government staging terror attacks. That isn't creepy. And I warned you about the flu being dangerous, the flu vaccine, and that's now come out and been confirmed. And the government's training for mass arrest in the U.S. of anyone who criticizes the government. I agree with you. That's not a problem. Not when there's global soccer to watch.
Soccer?
And so to all of those guys that really get it, and know how to basically put on this fake suit of clothes of who they are.
That's it. It is.
That's what it is. It's like who they are, and they repeat what the news says and what ESPN says, and they walk up and, you're sitting there at a bar on a trip waiting for your dinner to come, and there's guys come up to you drinking beer, and it's always the same. They're like androids. They have like a little fake conversations. So, what do you think of the playoffs? What do you think of the weather? Oh, yeah. And you start bringing up, I don't know, what do you think of the surveillance grid going in? Have you heard about how they're listening to all of us without warrants? They're like, well, gee, buddy, what you bringing that up for? It's kind of weird. Well, it is weird they're doing it. It's very dangerous. You know what? A company's government spying on people without warrants, mass arrests, secret police, torture dungeons. Well, I don't care. I'm not involved in politics. I don't have to worry about that, Mac. Oh, really? They're putting the grid in place to rob you, you fat slob.
I've literally had this happen to me at work recently. It's like, if you ever interacted with salesmen before, salesmen are some of the fakest people you'll ever interact with. I understand. That's their job. They need to be generally likable, right? And they need to find things that everybody can relate to. And sports is one of those things that's not really controversial. It's low stakes, and most people are attuned to it to a degree. The weather one is another one. We're all interacting with the weather, and it's just crazy out there, right? It's crazy. But as soon as you try and take it past that level to, hey, did you see what happened? Did you see what Palantir is doing? It's like, whoa, what are you talking about that for? What are you talking about that for, buddy? That's weird. That's a weird thing to talk about. You see the Browns quarterback this year they just got? Whew. We're looking pretty good. We might have a shot. We go fucking 2-14. Oh shit. How much money did you spend? How much money did you waste on gambling this year? I'm only down like $1,000. Oh, okay. That's crazy. It is. This is so true. I've had this interaction many times with people. It's just like, can we just skip this bullshit? And I understand, like, when you don't know people, like, of course, there does need to be a degree of chit chat. There does need to be a degree of, rapport you have to build. But it's like, dude, my coworkers I'm with for 8 fucking hours a day, every day. At this point, I've been there a year. At this point, I'm like, dude, it's coming out. The real Jake is coming out. I'm going to talk about declining birth rates. I'm going to talk about Elon. I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. And you're just going to have to suffer, and you're going to have to live with it, because I'm not going to talk about football. I don't care. It's okay to a degree. And I used to be way more into sports, and I still follow sports, local sports, When they're in the playoffs, usually I'll watch. But the last couple of years, I couldn't care less. I'll watch every once in a while, but if I go out to a bar or something, go out to eat maybe, but hell no, man. I'm not sitting at home reading statistics, reading trades, what's going on. Like, I couldn't care less. There's other shit going on that's far more pressing. I feel like there's only so much small talk I can engage in before I start to sound insane. Yeah, I know. There's only so many moves you can make with small talk. Yeah, it's quite a brutal one out there today, wasn't it? It's like, yeah, it was. Did you see the pile up on Route 8? Yeah, it was crazy. Hey, did you see the new quarterback we got? Shit, man. Just fucking kill me now. No, I didn't. But did you see what Peter Thiel was having a conference on the Antichrist? Very interesting. Very interesting how he's bringing that thing up again after we called him out on that, and he fucking airballed it with that interview with the New York Times guy. Who's Peter Thiel? Oh, he's just, the guy funding all these AI companies and is going to, your children's lives. They don't want to admit they don't know what you're talking about. I know. And that's the thing that's sick about it, is that, and it's exactly what he pointed out. If you say you don't know what the hell they're talking about when in regards to, I don't even know, name football player X. I don't know how many rushing yards he has. It is like, you don't know? Are you real, man? It's like, listen, buddy. I guarantee I could bring up some shit you have no fucking idea about. But the problem is that they have numbers, right? More people are going to know about whoever's rushing yards than they are going to know about the AI grid. and total information awareness. And so they're going to have like 3 people on their side, and they're all going to be looking at you. Oh, you're weird. You don't know what you're talking about. You're dumb. It's like, okay. So then you get cornered. Good song.
Oh, well, hey, black helicopter's going to get me, huh, pal? Let me move on down the bar here from you. We got a weirdo here. He cares about the state of the country. Well, the founding fathers wouldn't have liked him. They were weirdos too, though, I guess. Hey, I'm raising my son to only know about the baseball scores, okay, buddy? That'll get him ahead in life, all right?
That'll get him ahead in life. Yeah, I probably will, actually. It probably will get him farther ahead in life than talking about any of the stuff we've talked about, because he's going to need to talk to these people, and the average salesman, the average probably CEO probably knows a lot more about baseball stats than they do about any of this stuff, conspiracies and whatnot. But that is one of the elements. I will say it is probably good to a degree keep your eyes on cultural stuff like that, like sports. I try to, as much as I can. I try and see, okay, what happened, and just so you can at least spark the convo and soothe. You can soothe them with that and start there, and then you can take it into the direction you want a little later in the conversation. All of my coworkers currently are Zoomers, and I make them talk about interesting things. Well, dude, Zoomers probably do talk about interesting things. Like, they don't rally around the traditional media as much as other generations have. So there is like the problem is that you might not know what the hell they're talking about, and nobody else will. And it's like, okay, I really don't. This is some weird niche shit that like nobody knows. It's just like Labubu lore or something, and you're like, no, they don't. They all stare at their phones. Oh, I forgot about. I'm sorry. I'm confusing fiction with reality. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm confusing fiction with reality. That's right. They all sit on their phones with their earbuds in, completely zonked out. You should just, if they're all on their phones, you should just go, hey, what are you watching? Talk about what you're watching for 30 seconds. But it is like a power play. That's the thing, is that like, I've had friends who think that they're in a position of power because they know certain statistics that I don't know. And I'm like, who the fuck cares, dude? And it is a sick thing, because it's like mind raping you, because you think that matters. Like, first, it's like, does it matter if somebody knows more than somebody else in a given situation? Not really. So that's like the first layer. Second layer is, what do you know about? Like, what you're talking about is useless, garbage information that no one cares about. And they sweat and they think about it constantly, and they fill their head with all this crap. I'm saying power. I'm saying in a social setting, it gives you power. Like, oh, you don't know what team that, I don't know, name a player. I don't even fucking know. You don't know what team Shohei Ohtani was playing for in Japan? What? This guy, is he even a real fan? Like that kind of shit. Like social power. Like they think that it's like, I've had like people poke fun at that. Like, if you don't know that, like, what? Who cares? That sounds like girl bullying. Yeah, well, men are basically like women now. So yeah, men are very effeminate. Men are in their female arc currently.